Good day, welcome online. Nice having you on board. In this video, we'll be looking at chord, the concept of chord. Our main intention here is to demystify the concept of chord. Generally, we have two ways of looking at chord in music, especially in keyboard playing. First is what I call general chords. Then the second one is what I call scale chords. General chords. This is when we view chord from a holistic point of view. That is in the general music sense. Chord here we'll be looking at 7 chords: chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, chord 4, chord 5, chord 6, and then chord 7. That is chord that are built. That is chords that are built on tonic, supertonic, mediant, dominant, subdominant, then submediant, and then leading notes. So our octave will not be there because we know the tonic and the octave are the same. So in essence, we have chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, chord 4, chord 5, chord 6, and chord 7 in the real sense of it. So in these general chords, we know that a chord is made up of, is a combination of 3 or more notes that are sounded together. This is in contradistinction to the scenario where 2 notes are sounded together in the musical keyboard. In the relations of it, we see it as merely interval. So in the relations of it, we need at least 3 notes for us to get a good chord. So in this video, we'll practicalize, we'll do a kind of theory and then the practical. I've talked about general chords as being more general to music, in the sense that there are chords that are built on do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti. Then here we have chord 1 as our do, mi, so, chord 2, re, fa, la, chord 3, mi, so, ti, chord 4, fa, la, do. Then chord 5, so, ti, re. Chord 6, la, do, mi. Then chord 7, ti, re, fa. Then this is about chords when they are viewed from the general point of music. Then chords when they are viewed from scale point of view. That is when we play do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. When we need to get the feeling of chord for do, for re, for mi, for fa, for so, for la, and then for ti, and then virtually our octave. Then the whole show has to change once again. Our do will not be mi, so, do. Our re will be so, ti, re. Our mi will be so, do, mi. Our fa will be la, do, fa. Then our so will be do, mi, so. Then our la will be do, fa, la. Then ti will be re, so, ti. Then our octave will be a repetition of what we had in the case of the tonic. Mi, so, da, joined. So what have I just talked about? I've talked about the 2 ways of looking at chord in music and then in keyboard playing. The general way of looking at it as chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, chord 4, chord 5, chord 6, and then chord 7, mainly as they are related to other instruments. And then a more particular way of looking at it as scale chords, where we have mi, so, do as our do, so, ti, re as our re, so, do, mi as our mi, la, do, fa as our fa, do, mi, so as our so, do, fa, la as our la, re, so, ti, and then mi, so, da. This is what we have. We will show the practical, that is the fingering aspect, and then how a chord is built on. A chord is majorly built on the root. The root is that first note. Usually those relations to do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So chord 1 is chord of do, chord 2 is chord of re, chord 3 is chord of mi, chord 4 is chord of fa, chord 5 is chord of so, chord 6 is chord of la, chord 7 is chord of ti, and that's you start about it. So we for us to have chord, the major constituents of a chord is the root, the third, and the fifth. Another way of seeing it, this is when we are on our lessons on the finger, we have do, re, mi, fa, so. That is first degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree, and fifth degree. So if you play first one, you jump the second, play the third, you jump the fourth, and then play the fifth one. Then you have your do, mi, so, 1, 2, 3. Then when you want to play the second chord, in the general sense of it, we have re, you jump mi and play fa, you jump so and play la, re, fa, la. Then the next one will be mi, you jump fa, play so, jump la and play mi, so ti. So if you play one, you jump the next degree, you play the next degree, jump the other one, and then you kind of play one, jump 2, play 3, jump your 4, then play 5. That is why it is called root, third, and the fifth. So a chord is majorly constituted of the root, the third, and the fifth. Let us now do the practical aspect of the general concept of chord, and then scale chord. But we'll do that of key C and that of the key C for general chords, and then scale chords. You can now multiply the examples as days glide by, and then in subsequent lessons. Let us talk about them. Let's see it. So a kind of, we have a you notice that I'm playing the octaves because we need something that is more filled. So I'm just playing from do to do in the case of key C. That is C to C, C1 to C2. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So I have do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti. A kind of. So chord, in the general sense of it, in the general notion of chords, our chord 1 goes like this. It's made up of the root, the third, and the fifth. And we know that our even from our finger, we can easily decipher that the root here will be the C. Then the third will be the E, and then fifth will be the G. That is do, mi, so. So for general chords, we have chord 1 as do, mi, so. Then chord 2 as re chord. For key C now we have re, fa, la. Then our third chord, our chord 3, we have mi, so, ti. Remember that all these chords we play with our 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and then 5. So our 1, 3, 5 fingering will be mi, so, ti. We have something of this nature. Then our chord 4, we have fa chord. It is built on fa. We have fa. So the next one is so, ti, re. And we have our fifth chord as our so chord, and we have then sixth chord now will be la, do, mi. Then seventh chord will be ti, re, fa. And that is that about general notion of chord. So I've just done something of this nature. Then while doing it, you just have to be playing do. If you want to play chord 1 here, you play do in the bass with your first of with your thumb and your pinky. So that's your first finger in the left hand, and then last finger in the left hand. So you do something of this nature. Chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, chord 4, chord 5, chord 6, chord 7. That is so simple. Let me do it once again. We have chord 1 as our do, mi, so. Chord 2, re, fa, la. Then chord 3 we have our mi, so, ti. Then chord 4 we have our fa, la, do. Our chord 5 as so, ti, re. Then our chord 6 as la, do, mi. Then we have our final chord 7 as ti, re, fa. And then in the general notion of chords, our first chord, we have for these 7 chords, 3 out of the 7 are major chords. while 4 are minor chords. So chord 1, chord 3, and chord 5 are major chords, while chord 2, chord 3, chord 6, and chord 7 are minor chords. So this for the major chords we have chord of Do, then chord that is built on So, and then chord that is built on Fa. So Do chord, Fa chord, and then So chord. They are the major chords. Do chord, Fa chord, and then So chord. That is that about that. For the minor chords we have Re, Fa, La, then our Mi, So, Ti, then you have our La, Do, Mi, and then our Ti, Re, Fa. And this is it about the general notions of chords. The next important way of looking at chords in music, and then more importantly for keyboard players, those who graduate to be church players, and then people who will be harmonizing songs and then backing people up, we look at these skills from another point of view. I'll do it in a jiffy, and then in a broader sense in the subsequent lessons. For key C, for example, we have a Mi, So, Do as our Do. In scale, we are interested in the scale chords. We are interested in playing Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti, Do. We want to feel that Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti, Do, which we are not able to get in the general chords. So these scale chords are more specific. They are geared towards giving us the actual notes. The tonic now becomes the last part of the chord, as against what we had in general chords. So our first chord in the scale chords now will now be Mi, So, Do. So for key C we have virtually Mi, So, Do, then So, Ti, Re, So, Do, Mi, La, Do, Fa, Do, Mi, So as So, Do, Fa, La as La, Re, So, Ti as Ti, then Mi, So, Do. Yes, let's see it again. For the scale chords, we have Mi, So, Do as our first chord. Mi, So, Do. We can get the feeling of the Do. Then So, Ti, Re. Then we harmonize it with So in bars. Then the next one, So, Do, Mi. We harmonize it with Do. Our C1 and C2. Do to Do. We have our So, Do, Mi. Then backed up with Do in bars. Then we have our Fa, Sol, Fa, Fa, which is made of La, Do, Fa. Then we back it up with Fa in the left hand. Then our So, Do, Mi, So. Then we back it up with C1 and C2. Then Do, Fa, La as our La. We back it up with F1, which is our Fa. Then Re, So, Ti. Notice that I'm playing the Re, So, Ti with 1, 2, and 4 as our fingering. So Re, So, Ti we have something of this nature. Then our octave as Do, Mi, So, Do. So that is that about the general introduction of chords. Remember, in scale chords we have something of this nature: Mi, So, Do, So, Ti, Re, So, Do, Mi, La, Do, Fa, Do, Mi, So, Do, Fa, La, Re, So, Ti, Mi, So, Do. So I think we have done justice to chord. Thank you for joining us. See you in the next lesson. Thank you.